first referee, Jocelyn Del Rosario, international referee. And our second referee, Lumer Pamarillo, national referee. And now let us meet the starting lineup for both teams. Starting with the DLSU Ladies Fighters. On number 3, Thea Gagate. On number 4, Layla Cruz. On number 6, Michelle Gaw. On number 8, Jolina De La Cruz. On number 13, the captain, Aduke Ogunsanya. At number 15, Tin Yamzon. And the libero number 5, Justin Hazareno. And the head coach of the Lady Spikers, Ramil De Jesus. And now for the defending champions, the Ateneo Lady Eagles. On number 4, Jules Samonte. On number 6, John Maraquinon. At number 9, the captain, Bongay Gaston. At number 10, Don Tolentino. At number 15, John Maraquinon. At number 17, Faye Disperos. At number 19, the libero, May Doromal. And the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Oliver Madro.
Starting 6 for the DLSU Lady Spikers with, of course, the conversations around Thea Gagate right in the middle of that 6, and of course the former MVP of the girls competitions who will take over the libero, Justin Hazareno, the MVP as a utility and now converted to libero for the purposes of the Lady Spikers. In the meantime, same starting 6 as of last time for the first game against UP. Same here against LaSalle. Joe Maraguinot will be part of it with Roma May Doromal receiving for the defending champs who are looking for their 4th championship. In the meantime, a lot of streaks broken last year. The LaSalle Ateneo rivalry in terms of the championship broken after 6 years. Over a decade of being in the finals for LaSalle 11, that was broken. The quest for a 4th straight championship, which has never happened in the Coach Ramil era. He's done the 3-peat thrice. So that will have to take a back seat for a while. But Coach Ramil will be around for another 20 years anyway, so there's always time to go for another. So we're off. And they go to Kat Tolentino right away. And the first offense for LaSalle in season 82 will be from their new opposite attacker, Layla Cruz, who will take over from Jolina De La Cruz in that position, as Jolina is now the open hitter.
And these are the things that are always interesting, you know, looking at this game. So again, these young players showing a lot of confidence,
who have been training with them for the last 2 years already, and a free ball will be given here to Cobb. Gagate is checked. Cobb will go up to Jolina, who has to adjust. So she scrapes the net, and the first point for Ateneo is off an attacking error for Jolina De La Cruz. Now, we know about the talent. We've heard about them. We've read about them. We've seen them also, for those who've watched, you know, some of the highlights from the uni games and all of that, for Layla Cruz and Thea Gagate, even back when she was in National University. The question is, yung sabi nga nila, yung saw-saw dito in the first game of the year in a big venue against the arch rivals. That is always going to be the question. 2-1 for Ateneo. I bumped into Coach Oliver Almadro earlier. And it's very interesting. We revisited our conversation exactly a year ago after they lost in the first game. And he said he realized, you know, he's seen it as an audience member, the women's division and all that. Remember, this is only a second year coaching. As you see De La Cruz here attacking again. Cagate finds the line. 2-2 is our score. I'll go back to that Oliver Almagro story. Let's go to Ayana Perlas first. Ayana, go ahead.
Women and the Lady Spikers are ready for redemption, but Coach Ramil admits that the climb back to the top won't be an easy one. Now, the legendary coach constantly reminds the team to remember who they are and who they are playing for, and most especially their strengths, which are their blocks and service, which are Coach Ramil's forte. Now, coming to today's game, Coach Ramil tweaked and perfected these assets because he knows that these are the keys to success. Now, the girls are aware that the confidence of the Lady Eagles have and how strong their wing spikers are, which is why they came into this match more than prepared. Ika nga ni Tim Tianzon, we are very, very hungry. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Ayana. And back-to-back service errors by both teams. So, yeah, we were saying, right, Coach Oliver last year after that first game, and they lost that first game, as you know, napulabog daw siya with how, you know, popular, how loud, the reaction on social media, the bashing and all of this. It really, you know, it surprised him. It took a toll on him. So that was last year. They won a championship and he survived all of that. So I asked him what was different, because he said that he questioned himself after the first game. He questioned whether he was doing the right thing, whether the substitutions were right, whether all of that was right. So I asked him what was the lesson that he learned for himself, and he said he had to strengthen his belief, not just in the team, but in himself, that the path, the process, that the strategy was this, and we have to stay with the strategy. Matalo man tayo, manalo.
And you know, that is actually good, that realization, but also sometimes shutting down on the things that, all the noise that you hear around you, and I guess that really worked.
Multiple championships in the men's, but sabi niya, it's a different ballgame in the women's division, as he found out last year. Right now, his team is down 2 points, 5-3 on this serve. Cobb will open up. Tiamzon. Maraginot was there to dig. And a chance ball for LaSalle, who have a 2-point lead. Cobb will go back. Cruz delivers the goods on the line. Let's go to Franny Reyes right now as... Oh, sorry, that was out. It is 5-4. Check that. Let's go to Franny Reyes right now. Franny?
After the win last Wednesday, the Lady Eagles went straight to work. When I walked into practice Thursday morning, they were hard at work practicing their reception and really reviewing each player of LaSalle. Their win against UP was a statement win, and it was great, but they want to cover all their bases, and they made sure to do so. Now, I did get to talk to Kat Valentino, because as we know, it is Ateneo LaSalle, but what she told me was that everything is back to zero, and they're not going down without a fight. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Franny. And so far, the fight has been good. 5-4 is our score. Long rally. And that is a low attack by Layla Cruz. So the point will go to Ateneo. We are tied at 5.
Well, she's had a good start, but a series of errors so far. On the part of Ateneo Boom, one of the things that we see though is that most of the points that they have, actually all of the points that they have, is coming off the errors of LaSalle. So they have yet to really create those opportunities to go for a play or deliver a point.
Second service error for the Lady Eagles, 6-5. Obviously, with the addition of Cruz and Cagate, sama mo na si Fifi Sharma dyan, this team has gotten back to the classic LaSalle lineup, which you know very well, and you've seen, you've been part of it, you've covered for many years. The girls, they were the ones who have set the standard in terms of like the height. Every year was almost the same. Sabi nga nila, last year was like an anomaly in terms of the composition, di ba? Yung height kulang sa LaSalle, as this rally is still alive, and a chance ball for LaSalle. Duque, run and gun!
So far, it is still very early to say or to tell, but so far, at the start of this first set, one of the things that we are seeing from LaSalle is how aggressive they are when it comes to offense. I mean, they've scored 5 out of their 7 points from attacks.
Very good point. As Layla Cruz lines up on deck. Valentino checked at the net. Back to Kat.
Oh,
Passport denied. And our first technical timeout will feature LaSalle with the lead, 8-5 here at the Mall of Asia Arena.
Technical timeout.
After this. Dalawa po. Kumain po tapos isa.
The UAAP is always available in high definition on SNA and Liga HD. And of course, we want to greet our viewers who are streaming us live on iWants and on sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/UAAP. We're going to see a lot of the great basketball, volleyball players from both schools today. Kasama mo na yung mga ibang schools na rin na marami tayo nakita dito na umaaligid and roaming around the Mall of Asia Arena. Boom Gonzalez and Mabuya Kanda, your initial impressions. 8-5 is our score, and
well, like I mentioned earlier, LaSalle so far has scored most of their points from their offense, which is a good sign for this young team. Ateneo, on the other hand, most of their, actually all again of their 6 points coming off the errors of LaSalle.
Interesting.
So what we have yet to see is how they will be able to set up the plays. But I guess it also roots from the fact that most of their first ball is not exactly going to their setter.
9-6 is the score after the Tin Tiamzon attack. Let me ask you, as a former player, especially here in the UAAP, and you were dominant, you know, you've been part of dominant teams, but when you know there was a team that you, let's say, couldn't beat the year before, does that heat you up even into the next year? Be honest.
Yes, it does, and I think that's exactly the point of Pongay also. That it doesn't matter what situation it's in, but in their minds, if it's against this team, they always have that doubt.
Right. Oh, okay. So it's playing in your head.
It probably plays in your head, and probably that's also why you know, the Pongay mentioned that earlier. It's that realization.
Joe Maraginot stared at Roma Doromal after she stared. After her attack here on her second jump, gets the checkout. Hindi niya nakita as Oliver Almagro applauds the fact that they got a point out of an offense.
Now, should be a good start. They may have gotten the points off the errors of LaSalle, but you know, with that hit from Maraginot, hopefully they get the momentum on their side.
Pumapalik ang bola so far. Chance ball again. Cobb will open up. De La Cruz, and that's another point off an attack from Julina De La Cruz. On her second year, she was the third best spiker last year. She averaged close to 12 points a game.
Now serving, Capitana.
And remember, LaSalle also did not have Des Cheng healthy in that last year. To some, they actually were happy that they were still reached third place with all of the injuries when you put it in perspective, as this ball is still up. And actually, on the counter-attack, LaSalle scores and establishes their biggest lead at 11-7.
One thing that LaSalle is doing well at this point in time, if you look at that last dig from Ogunsanya, they try to make the most out of the sets.
11-7.
And they don't choose. They adjust to whatever the set is given to them. So far it works. They just need to be consistent.
Romal, chase by Maraginot. Tolentino sends it over. Cobb will open again to the sophomore. The sophomore goes cross-court and scores again. 5-point lead. And Coach Oliver will call a timeout with this biggest lead at 12-7.
Timeout for the Ateneo Lady Eagles.
easy. It's just top spin. You're waiting for the ball to come to you. Wala, alayo na, tinatop spin na lang yung bola. Yan ang sinasabi ko sa iyo, tinatop spin lang yung bola. So, kailangan mong prepare. Kailangan mong lapitan. Okay, now, go back. We have to go back. Feel it to achieve it. Come on, go back. Okay, now, again, alam natin yung ginagawa nila. Nakakaisa tayo. Wala rin silang receive. Hindi rin perfect ang receive. Ang nangyari, pag nasa atin ang bola, gusto natin madaliin. Huwag natin madaliin ginagawa. Come on! Step by step!
Coach Oliver just asking his team to take it step by step, not to rush themselves. Actually, also a good approach, not to further pressure his team.
Isa Tamil, Kaloy,
Back on the service line.
both, oh, by the way,
Sonia.
UP winning today, their first win in season 82. They're 1-1. They won against the UE Lady Red Warriors earlier today in the morning sessions. Cap will send it over. Another chance to attack here for the green and white. Jolina on the runway gets another point, and this lead has ballooned to 6. So the Romal will be replaced here by Ravenna, and LaSalle continues to roll here in the opening set. First weekend of the UAAP season 82 women's volleyball tournament. It's a great crowd we have here inside Mall of Asia.
And the energy, of course, that the crowd always gives.
Nice
the
pickup.
game.
Yeah, sorry. Nice pickup there, but Jolina babied that one. So Ateneo getting a point of another attack error.
Works for them. They'll take the point anyway. What Ateneo needs at this point, like what Coach Oliver had mentioned earlier, they need to slow it down a bit. They don't
Reset, ano? Parang
reset.
gusto
They
niya.
just need to reset.
Now serving.
Jo Maragino to look really comfortable in her first game against UP. After almost 2 years of not playing, as Gagate tips it to the other side. Not a perfect set by Cobb. Nesperos over the blockers. Hazareno. And a chance ball for Ateneo. Shot goes to Faith. Cobb goes to Thea. And Thea puts it away.
Look at these rookies.
Our Manulife Vision player of the game.
The level of confidence that Cobb has on these young players.
Now serving.
Man, if you're a center, you have a 6'2" player with you. Sarap,
What a
ano?
luxury.
Yeah, you can just tip it with one hand, set it with one hand every now and then, and she can still make it look good. Chance, another chance for LaSalle here. Reverses to Leila. Nandun si Ravenna. Sa likod, Cap Tolentino gets a point this time. 14-9. The biggest lead was at 6.
Now serving. Jill Samonte.
Jill Samonte, the girl who gave them the championship last year with that winning point. Season 81. Cobb. Gagate was there. Gaston was there, so it's in the side of Ateneo now. Reverse to Cat. Azareno keeps it up. Jolina cross court puts it away.
Apart from the aggressive offense LaSalle is displaying at this point, we need to give credit to the people who are doing a lot of the work on the floor to get those defensive plays.
Just see that angle that Jolina de la Cruz cut that ball a little bit. Get that perfect angle for a 6-point lead once again, 15-9. Cat. Azareno was there again. Cobb reverses to Leila. That's over.
That reserve point for Ateneo.
She knew it.
These girls have been playing with them for 2 years. They've been part of the training. They've gone to all the games. We see them in the venue. Even playing with their ates, even if they were not officially part of the team yet.
Well, that's very good exposure
Right.
for these girls.
So it's not like they were plucked out of nowhere. Tiamzon will try again. It's a good pickup there by Joe. Nesperos Access denied. 16 to 10. Axa, no, you can block it again. And a second technical timeout here at the Mall of Asia Arena.
Technical timeout.
Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena where LaSalle is sitting on a 6-point lead. Michelle Cobb is now the veteran, just like that, ano, veterano na. Ito si Mitch Cobb, and she will have the luxury of feeding all of her talented players, both the new ones and the older ones.
And you know, a setter's role, apart from delivering the plays, she also plays a big part in giving confidence to her attackers. And so far, she's done well at the start of this first set.
She was at the top 50 even in the scoring for LaSalle in season 81. She was the second best server of the league and an 82% setting efficiency for Mitch Cobb in season 81 of the UAAP. LaSalle saves it. Ravenna was there, but hindi maabot ni Jaja Maraganot. 17-10. This is now the biggest lead of De La Salle University. Everything rolling here. So, you know what I said, that Ateneo looked comfortable against UP in that first game. Now it's not the same. The level of comfort is there's disruption on the play, and everything now is happening for LaSalle. And in some of the plays, they look easy, like that one. There's a lot of disruptive LaSalle plays for the Ateneo offense right now.
Look at our faces. Okay, we're waiting. It's okay, girls. Come on, it's okay. Tinyo, ulit, Danny, binigay sa atin na mahina. Bakit natin minadali? Kasi you're always expecting hard ball from them. You're always expecting na laging perfect ang gagawin niyang mga yan. What we have to do is be patient, believe in yourself first. Believe. That's it. Believe muna. Akin to, didepensahan ko to. Nasa akin ang bola, papaluin ko to. Same, banana, pareho lang yan.
Well, the key numbers here and the two key numbers and the attack points, you see that there. 2 attack points for Ateneo, 5 for Jelida de la Cruz, 14 spikes all in all for her team. The other Mitch Gumabaw.
Yeah. Getting a
back on the service line.
14-2 advantage on that on spikes.
And you know what we are seeing on the side of Ateneo Boom is that the difficulties, their challenge when it comes to their first ball really. So we keep on going back to that. But because they have the material, you know that they have the material when it comes to attackers. They're just unable to set up better plays.
Faith Vesperos drops it in front of a former teammate in Thea Gagate. And she will go to serve. 18-11. Good timeout by Coach O, producing a point there. We got some subs coming in for the very first time. Jamie La Victoria, who played against UP towards the end of that match. And Erica Ragas, another opposite hitter now, is replacing Kat Tolentino. So Jamie will take over. She's one of those who returned officially, left and returned, or not part of the lineup, and then returned for Ateneo. Regalo.
Cobb with a violation.
And it is called by our first referee, Josie Del Rosario. 2 straight points for the Lady Eagles after that timeout by Coach O.
12 serving 18.
Esperos launches from the service deck. Hasareno receives. Open. Tiamzon. Ravenna will set it up for Joe over the blockers. De La Cruz was there for the pickup. The bump set to Tiamzon. And Tiamzon gets it off the blockers for the 19th point here. Second year, Mars Alba will check in para dito sa De La Salle University. And she will be serving 19 to 12. Also, Alistair, sorry, check that.
Mars Alba.
Baby Jean Soreño will, I believe, check in also here for Coach Ramil De Jesus. Part of the 8 rookies for Coach Ramil. Oh, that's probably the best spike that she's had since game number 1. And she'd had great moments in the UP match, but this one had some power in it. Joe Maraginot in flight, elevates, detonates.
Now serving.
Great angle as well for Maraginot.
6-point lead. Alba will go up. Tiamzon cross court. It goes back to La Salle. Mars will go reverse. And Soreño finds an opening in that Ateneo defense. So nice answer by Soreño.
Great cross-court angle.
Now serving, Team Tiamzon.
Veteran Tiamzon delivering the serve. Getting us going here, 2013. That's a point for Erika Ragas. With some heat on that swing. All right, first referee having a little conversation here. The captain of La Salle. They're going to call a lead ball, and was it because it was picked up and yet it was called a point for Ateneo? Is that what it was?
We'll have to clarify on that one.
So it's back to 2013.
Team Tiamzon.
So that will negate the attack of Ragas. Maraginot flies in.
Doesn't matter, says Joe Maraginot. She seems to be in her element. And now Boom is the best time. They cannot let DLSU get a bigger lead than this.
Biggest lead was 8. It's cut in half here. Little mini run from the defending champions.
And this should also be a strong front line for Ateneo. You have Tolentino, Samonte, and Maraginot.
Alba back to the lefty. She shifts in midair and gets it through the gap of the wall. Good enough for a 21-14 lead. Nahuli yung pagsara ni Samonte yata.
There was a gap in between the two blockers.
Back to 7. Nice serve. They're going to call double contact. Ooh.
It'll be painful.
Especially because we're right here at the tail end of this first set.
And you know, this set really hasn't been going the favor of Ateneo. If you look at the statistics, if you look at the way it has panned out for the ladies in blue.
9 errors so far as we speak, and
9 errors from La Salle gave them the point, but they've only scored 5 so far. 6 rather so far.
So if the errors of La Salle were at a low number, this would have been a bigger gap. That's what you're saying, because right now they have 10 for La Salle, correct?
Yep.
So that's 10 free points that they gave to Ateneo, and they're still in the lead by 7. Make that 8. And the rookies are showing their stuff here in the first game. Look at that reverse by Alba. The flight, and Soreño pounds the pavement. And if you're a rookie and you get these, like your Cruz, your Gigante, you get these hits like that, this, does wonders for your confidence, Anne.
Now serving.
It does, and I guess that's why
Michelle
also Alba kept on going back to her.
Mitchkov. Ravenna taking it away. Nisperos from far out. Bumalik sa Ateneo. Samonte trying for the quick one. It's still alive. LaSalle scampering back. Maraguinot to Nisperos. Nisperos unable to get the point yet. Cruz is blocked. Tiamzon was there. Gagate. Maraguinot says no. Faith flies and is checked at the net after the long rally. DLSU gets the set point to the delight of their crowd. Baba.
It's too low for Faith.
That's got to be distracting. You've got a 6'2" and a 6-footer flying in front of you. And I know your Faith, you've seen it all also in high school, but
You know,
so different here.
it's very different, and it's been quite a number of times also that she's been challenged at the net.
Perfect setup for Jules Samonte there with a nice strike from the middle to save one set point.
Now serving.
16
Jules
serving
Samonte.
24. Zareno, solid on the first ball. Nice reaction there by Nisperos. Chance ball here. Great placement by Joanna Maraguinot. She put it inside that donut hole.
And that's good, you know, sense of court awareness for Maraguinot.
As I was saying in that first game, nobody can be happier than that person on your screen. The mom seeing her daughters play for the first time together.
It's always very nice to see sisters.
That's special.
Service
And a point given.
And winning the first set with a score 25-17.
Jules Samonte, too much muscle behind that one. So it's a 25-17 first set win by De La Salle University. A set brought to you by Gatorade. You play, we fuel. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more of Ateneo La Salle here on SNA.